here in person to see this view. It is absolutely phenomenal. Consciousness Science and Journeys into the Great Abyss. Today I'm going to be taking you to a certain location that is kind of pretty creepy, and I would like to show you a ritual that you can get realistic results in. So let's get into it. So I just found some voodoo dolls. There's one there and one up there. It's got wax on its face and its torso, so someone is trying to affect someone's face and torso. Voodoo dolls are pretty easy to make. I've never done one. I don't have hatred within my soul, but I could potentially do a lesson on them if you guys want, but if that's the case, let me know in the comments. Give you a nice pan around here. These ravines are pretty rugged for the state that I'm in. I was actually pretty surprised to ever even find these. I'm on the hunt today for more licorice root. Hopefully we find some. But I want to explain something about this place real quick. That this place does have a very eerie vibe, and a lot of rituals have been done here, which I will give you a glimpse in of the proof of it. Alright, so here's one for example. Obviously, symbols play a very important role within the subconscious. You can use these symbols to whatever your liking is. They can be positive or negative. And they can be directed towards someone or something. So the direction I'm heading in now, if I keep going literally just dead straight ahead for as long as I can, I will eventually run into the area that is very, very creepy. I don't know of the energy or force that is over there, but whatever it is does seem to be very malicious. And I don't really want to mess with it, to be honest, because it does seem to be very powerful. I'm not trying to remove it or anything or piss it off, even though I know I could. But it's just not on my target list, so I don't really care about it. You can see a lot of the vandals burn down a lot of the trees and wood back here too. Even up there, that one's burned too. Alright, so this lesson, I want to do this. Now, let me explain this before you guys think I'm full of nonsense, because this is actually pretty significant. I would go out, you know, in random locations. I would pick certain locations where I know for a fact nobody would ever have the even closest chance of disturbing these things. So I would place my own marker, you know, on a tree or somewhere and follow that down to get back to where I placed them. So essentially how this works, and you could do this anywhere. I usually use 3 to 5 stones and I place them on a log somewhere. And now, so that rules out the possibility of people tampering with it. So after placing these 3 stones, you leave them for, you know, a week or 2 weeks or a month or so, and then you come back to them and you see what type of response that you got in return. So to rule out possible animal tampering or even weather tampering, I would do this multiple times, time and time again. I would place these stones all over the place, you know, not just one location. It'd be all over the place, and every single time I would get a different response, such as 1 would be taken, 2 would be taken, or they would be switched up in location, because I would take a picture normally beforehand so I wouldn't mix up the results. And every single time they would be in a different location, or some would be missing. And in most cases I would use the total of 5 stones to see what response I would get. And normally when I use 5 stones, 2 would be taken away and I would be left with 3 stones, which I find extremely fascinating because it deals with the divine Holy Trinity. This has come up multiple times too. Throughout the week, when I get back and start editing this video, I'm going to pull up the old footage I have from this because I still have it, and I will show you when I placed them, and then I will show you the after results of the placement of the stones. So this time, I don't know, I'm not really in the best spot to leave these here to kind of rule out tampering, but I will leave these for now, and we will come back to them in a week or a month or so and see what response we get. So we'll leave these stones for now, and if I do happen to come back, I'll show you the response I get from these things. I'm going to keep searching around here because there's a couple more trees that I do want to show you here. And one thing I do want to note about this place, there is a very ominous vibe back here. I haven't explored the full terrain of this, but I have been a lot along that side because the forest kind of ends right there abruptly for a power line, and further on from that there is a forest on the other side with a trail that passes through all the way down. Thing is, on this side before the power lines, I haven't really explored much over there. I have gone as far as I can up to a creek which lies through there. I haven't really had the chance to cross it, but every time I get near that creek, I kind of get really spooked out from the emotions that I'm picking up on. It's so bad where I basically just kind of decide to head back. One key thing being here, I do want you to notice how there are no animal noises. I mean, I heard one bird, but listen to how quiet it is. Like, there literally isn't a single noise in this entire forest. And usually within those missing 411 cases, that's always a key that something most likely extremely powerful is lurking nearby, or it could even be possible due to this place being haunted, or trauma on the land rather, since so much junk has been conjured up here. One thing I also wanted to mention about when people conjure up something, it usually does open a portal, a one-way incoming portal. I assume from all the rituals done back here that there are a lot of portals open, so there is a lot of energy that is being riddled back here. So it kind of does explain the ominous feeling that I get here every time. But going back to that creek, I don't know what's back there. I honestly pick up a very strong force over there. So I don't know. Maybe someday I'll whip up the courage to get across that creek and actually explore it. But I just don't know. Something tells me that it might be too dangerous. So we'll see in the future, maybe next summer or spring when it warms up here. Well, here's another active portal because I can see it. Anarchy sign. I wonder what this says. is leave these 5 stones here for a couple days, and I'll be back in about a week or so, and this will test, see if there's an intelligence out here. So we'll mark this location, right? I'm freaking out right now. I can't even believe this. You guys know the last video. I can't believe this. The last video, I set up the 5 rocks right here. Look at the response I just got. Oh my God, I can't believe it worked. There was 5 of them. You guys remember it? I haven't touched it. I can guarantee it, or else I wouldn't be freaking out right now. This is unbelievable. So you guys know this is what this means. There is an intelligence out here. And I was picking up on it back over there. I cannot believe it worked. Shit, I did not think anything was gonna happen with this. So I know what it means, at least somewhat. So there's 3. The number 3 is a very powerful number, extremely powerful. What it represents is a mockery of the Holy Trinity. What this means, there's 1, 2, 3. It's a mockery for 1, and 2, there's 2 of them and 1 of me out here. Well, it is raining, guys. This came out of absolute nowhere, so we're going to have to wrap this up kind of early, unfortunately. So, see y'all in the next video.